If you're watching this video, you're probably aware, or at least somewhat aware, that your thoughts and mindset affect your reality. You're also probably aware that there's a delay between the thought and the desire and it showing up in your life. You probably wonder, does it have to be a delay? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Well, the quick answer is no, there doesn't have to be a delay. But there are factors that affect how long that delay is. And we determine those factors, right? We determine if there's a delay or not at all. There doesn't actually have to be one. So I'm going to be talking about the 3 factors. The first one is basically being able to see that reality without any distortion, or how clearly you can see it, right? Because if you can see your desire and reality clearly without any distortion, you can be in that moment, you can visualize it, you can feel the feelings, you can almost hear what's going on, taste it, smell the smells that are in that reality without any distortion. It's gonna come and materialize into your life a lot faster, right? So one of the factors is being able to hold that image not only in your mind's eye, but feel the genuine feelings that you would actually feel if you were in that moment, basically. The second one is nervous system tolerance. It's how comfortable are you, or how comfortable would you be if that desire were to be here right now? Would your nervous system be able to tolerate it? For example, if you were just given £10 million, for example, would you just go crazy and, I don't know, do stupid things with it? Or would you know what you're actually doing with that amount of money? Because if it would make you feel nervous, uncomfortable, if you'd go crazy thinking, what should I do with it? Then your nervous system isn't ready for that. You'll literally go to fight or flight mode and start panicking. So your nervous system doesn't have the capacity to hold that, right? If you just got given a house, maybe you wouldn't be able to maintain it, and maybe it would drive you crazy. And it might appear to be your dream house, but you're not ready for it. On a nervous system level, on a bodily level, you would be in fight or flight mode if you were to get that said thing, that said desire. So that's another factor. Now, if we're trying to shorten the delay when it comes to these factors, we want to work on these things. So when it comes to nervous system delay, you want to build your nervous system up to be able to hold the desires you want. So if it is a house, for example, you want to be able to, you want your nervous system to be able to tolerate having that house and maintaining that, so your manifestation doesn't disappear, so it stays manifest. Because sometimes we can manifest things in, but they don't hold, right? We revert back to old patterns very quickly, because that's where we feel safe and that's where we feel comfortable. So the nervous system tolerance one is about it feeling like a norm, like your comfortable state. The final factor, the third factor, is it needs to align with your core self, right? If you're a creative, for example, and you like to be isolated, you like getting on with your work in an isolated setting, becoming a professional basketball player might not be a genuine desire, right? You might, in your mind's eye, feel like I want to be a professional basketball player. It pays well, it seems cool, you get a lot of accolades for it, for example, but you deep down would know that that's not for you, that you wouldn't actually genuinely enjoy that, and it's not your calling. It doesn't align with your core self, right? You know, you might want to do paintings, make music, you know that might be your thing, and that's what your calling is. So it needs to align with how you actually see yourself, and that can change. It's something that can be a bit harder to change, your core self, but your core self can definitely evolve. It doesn't have to stay stagnant. You can be artistic, but you can also be athletic, and you can like to be introverted, but you can also be extroverted. It doesn't have to stay to one thing, but it does need to align for you with your desire, right? So if we want to be manifesting things way quicker, then we need to get that on point. We need to align our core self with what we're trying to bring in. Otherwise, there's not a correlation. We're not matching on a frequency level. Therefore, there's going to be a big delay between you materializing that desire. right? And it's going to take up a lot of effort, because if it aligns with your core self, it's going to be a lot easier and it'll take a lot less effort for that thing to come into your reality. And again, for it to maintain, because if you're not aligned, then it's going to be harder for that thing to be maintained in your life. If you want a certain partner, but that partner doesn't align with your core beliefs and your core self, then it's going to be hard to maintain that relationship, right? It's just not going to work out. So once you understand these things, you can start to shorten the delay between I want this desire, I want this thing, and not just wanting it from a needy space, but even just having the intention of getting it and just moving towards it. When you have these 3 factors on lock, when you got them down, things manifest way quicker. And to be fair, if you had them completely covered, things would happen instantly. But there's a delay for a reason, because you could manifest your fears super quickly if there wasn't a delay. So there's a reason for it. It's almost like a kind of safety mechanism. So there is a benefit to having that delay. Sometimes it can get frustrating waiting for things, but that's just how it works. And you need to understand that. And it becomes more, it becomes more tangible. The more you start to manifest and you learn about manifestation, like keep with it, because it becomes more tangible. It's changed my life, right? When I started to learn about these things, the mirror principle is basically what that delay is. You put out an intention and eventually it's gonna be mirrored back. You smile to the universe and that smile will come back, but you have to smile first. You have to set the intention first, and you don't wait for the smile back. You just expect it to come back, right? You smile in the mirror and you just expect to receive a smile back. That's intention. That's also a very important thing. Waiting for your manifestation and expecting it to come and being like, oh, you can expect it to come, but waiting for it to come and be like, when is it coming? Is it going to materialize now? That's the easiest way to kill it. Just move forward towards it with more so expectation that it's going to happen, but we're not even thinking about it. We're just taking action and we're enjoying the process. That's how things come in super fast without resistance, right? And a great way to do that is to pick up other hobbies that are completely unrelated to your manifestation, because your mind's just going to be occupied and that thing will just flow in way more easier. So that's another cheat code for you. So I hope this video was helpful. Like, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.